Hey, it's Brian Logue, managing partner here at the Anchor Group in Ocean City. I want to give you a real estate market update. It's January, it's cold. We have the numbers from last year, so it's a good time to do some predictions of what we expect to see here in 2025, followed by a recap of what we saw in 2024. First, though, I want to lead off with telling you what we don't expect to see in 2025, a couple key things to keep in mind. Occasionally, somebody still says to me that they are worried about a housing market crash, worried about a foreclosure crisis. And I can tell you the numbers don't support that. Let me give you a couple specific examples here. Nationwide, there are 136 million households. Of that 136 million, 91 million of them are owned, meaning that the others are rented. So of that 91 million homes that are owned, 35 million of them are owned free and clear, mortgage free, meaning that no foreclosure risk whatsoever there. Now, of the remaining 57 million, guess what the average equity those properties have is? $311,000 in equity. So you can see there, ton of equity in most of the properties out there that do have mortgages, not a big looming foreclosure crisis. Are there going to be foreclosures? Sure. But is it going to be anything that's going to terribly affect the needle of the market? No, we don't expect that. So what do we expect in 2025? Well, we expect modest price growth. Nationwide, the forecast is in the 4 to 5% range. We think it's going to be a little higher here at the shore points. And we do expect interest rates to kind of settle in this range a little bit, but hopefully drop off a little bit in the second half of the year. Of course, there's a lot going on with the inauguration around the corner, so some of that is subject to future changes. But again, roughly in the 7 range now, a little below that, hoping to get into the high 5s to 6 range in the latter half of the year. So important thing for you to note there. If you are a buyer, you can never revisit yesterday's prices, but you can revisit yesterday's rates. You can refi the property, but you can never go back to the price it used to be. So if you do see something out there that checks a few of the boxes for you or most of the boxes for you, I would not advise anyone to wait on these interest rates to drop. Now, what did we see in 2024 in the Ocean City market? Well, it was a tough year in terms of units. Units were down. The inventory right now is 208 active listings. You heard me say before, normal is closer to 1,000. And through the entire COVID stretch, we've been between 200 and 350. Right now is one of the lowest we've seen in a while. We're probably down 30 to 40 active units over where we were a month ago and the month before that. So inventory continues to be a challenge. But in spite of that, prices keep going up. Last year, the average sale price was $1.25 million. That's a 5.2% increase over the previous year. And we had 618 homes sold last year. The number of units being sold, like I said, it's tough. It's been going down. That's a 12% decrease over 2023. And 2023 was down 15% over 2022. So the increase in prices is somewhat offsetting the decrease in units, but no doubt the interest rates combined with the lack of inventory are affecting the number of homes being sold. There's plenty of demand, but not a lot of properties for these buyers to look at. Now, if you get into different property types, it changes a little bit there. Single families, 144 units sold last year, down 18% over the year before. The average sale price last year for a single $1.9 million. That's up 8.3% year over year, but 2022 was a down year, or 2023 was a down year for single families. On the condo side, 400 units sold, that's down about 7%. And the average price, $984,000, up about 4.7%. So that's what we had in last year's numbers. We do expect that the market will continue to be a little bit fractured. Some price points are very, very busy. Other price points are somewhat slow. For example, if you are a new construction buyer, there is a lot of unsold new construction out there on the market, some of it in process, some completed, that does create some opportunities for you. But bottom line, everybody's situation can be different depending on your price point, property type, location, etc. So reach out, let us know what you're thinking, where your search is. Also revamp your search of us if you haven't lately, what your criteria are. And we'll talk more about what these numbers mean for you. But again, the biggest prediction I would give you, don't wait for these rates to come down and have everybody come out of the woodwork and have a ton of competition, multiple offers, all those things. If you see a property out there that's a fit right now, let us know. And if you want to restart that search that's been on hold, give me a call. Thanks all. Wish you all the best here for a prosperous and wonderful 2025. Talk soon.